Still, a Michael J. Fox movie sees documentary royalty Davis Guggenheim, best known perhaps for An Inconvenient Truth, do a profile for Apple TV Plus on the legendary Back to the Future star and his struggle with Parkinson's disease. That may sound grim on the face of it, to spend an extended time with one of Hollywood's most beloved stars of the past few decades suffering, but it's actually really not. Still is about Michael J. Fox owning his narrative. When it's presented to him early into the film that he's now merely a victim of Parkinson's, which has destroyed his life, he says, yeah, that's boring. Instead, it's the celebration of a wonderful career that you wanted to be, and a chance for Michael to charm us all one more time without ever diminishing or downplaying the very real effect the illness is having on his life. We get up close and personal with him, seeing him struggle with basic tasks like brushing his teeth, putting on footwear, or walking down the street. But also with that, we get the uplifting side of how he deals with it through humor. For example, when he falls in front of a stranger who recognizes him on said walk, she checks on him and he quips, "Oh, you knocked me off my feet," and gets a laugh. The movie's title obviously comes from the stillness that now eludes him because of the disease. We delve back into his life pre-Parkinson's, from being hired as a 16-year-old to play a 12-year-old because of his height. When he asked what it meant for him to be still, he says, "I wouldn't know." And we see through archive footage how he's always had that kind of frenetic movement and permanent motion that now, unfortunately, he's afflicted permanently with. Guggenheim tells the story masterfully. Reconstructions don't always work and come across as cheesy in certain projects, but this is all weaved together so quickly and vibrantly with an absolute killer soundtrack that it works great. Stories are told through a blend of reconstructions, archive pictures, and clips of Fox's project. The use of clips in particular is absolutely ingenious. Instead of just putting together a highlight reel montage of the moments we best remember him for, like a lot of these movies and documentaries do, Guggenheim has conjured an art-imitating life vibe by sourcing clips and quotes relevant to whatever aspect of the story is being told. For example, Fox is discussing how he used to film Family Ties and Back to the Future at the same time, back to back every day for 3 months. And we get clips of him on Family Ties being asked, "Are you sure you're going to be okay doing 2 jobs?" And he says he's going to be fine. It's genius. It's not, and again, they're not the most memorable clips. They're just happenstance clips, but to move the plot along and to tell the story while also getting in the kind of remember this vibe, it's amazingly done. It's a genius twist. It's such a small but massively effective touch that you only get from hours and hours of sourcing, editing, and re-editing, while also knowing your content inside out to be able to pick apart that one tiny moment that actually fits perfectly into this part of the story you're telling. Fox himself does the voiceover with a seamless blend of pre-recorded readings of excerpts from his book, mixed with more natural and engaging present-day traditional talking head interview clips. This all combines to make the movie absolutely fly by at around 90 minutes, and it's as fun and uplifting as Fox's brand is itself, while also painting a no-pull-punches picture of living with Parkinson's. Try saying that 10 times fast. I love these type of stories that show victims of diseases that don't need to be defined by them. Fox is very clear that he sometimes finds it a struggle in itself to cope with being Michael J. Fox and the expectations that come with that while battling the illness. But yet there he is, still being a positive role model despite the intense pain he's constantly in that he never actually mentions until he's asked directly about it. This is an excellent piece of work and essential if you're a fan of his or know anyone suffering with Parkinson's or any similar ailments. It's on Apple TV Plus now, and it's also in cinemas.